So in this video, I want to talk about an aspect of the self-improvement journey, if you want to call it that, or the transcending of the lower selves, our lower selves that we all possess. And this aspect can be very distastefully conceptualized if you approach it in the wrong way, or if your mind is oriented in a less than ideal way. And it can very easily discourage you. It can very easily derail you from manifesting your ultimate self. And in that way, those conceptions of it are to be avoided. It in of itself is to be embraced wholeheartedly. And that is the absolutely necessary and inevitable aloneness that's going to be right there with you, become your right hand, become a very prominent character in your journey. And as I said, it's not to be avoided. When we are misguided in our thinking, we tend to, at all costs, avoid being alone, avoid being isolated, avoid just being with ourselves. So we seek to constantly surround ourselves with external stimuli that's meant to fill that aloneness. But this is misguided because there is tremendous insight to be gained from being alone with yourself, from listening to yourself, from tapping in to the higher planes of thought, the higher planes of vibration, the infinite intelligence that is right there, that is covered up by surface level dusting of all of the things which we seek to align ourselves with so that we don't have to be alone. And I just want to say that we need to try our hardest to be alone, because in that state of aloneness, in that state of calmness, in that state of stillness comes true action, comes true epiphany. We tap directly into the infinite intelligence which guides us, which directs us, which shows our true selves to ourselves. And when you are alone and all of this external noise and all of this external distraction and misguided pursuit is stripped away, you can access your true self. You can initiate a conversation with your true self, and you can find the tremendous insight that was always there, for you to see. But since you were your vision was clouded, your perceptions were dictated and directed by spirit of the imposter seeking to keep you in a subdued state, keep you subjugated, to keep you on any path except the one which would lead to your ultimate manifestation of yourself. And in this society we live in, from the time that we are able to conceive of these things, negative connotations are thrust upon us as it relates to being alone. From the time you can think back, oh, you're sitting alone at the lunch table, you're weird, you're this, you're that. Being alone is frowned upon, it's shunned. Every negative connotation that can be conceived of is forced upon it. And this is misguided, and this serves to keep you subdued. As I said, to keep you from manifesting your ultimate potential. So don't be afraid of being alone. Impose it upon yourself. Know that it is a state from which true action can arise, that you can tap into the infinite intelligence, that you can find the ultimate aspects of yourself. Because activity stems from fear, as they say. Action stems from stillness. So And you know that when you are with yourself and when you are alone, you will start to be given these epiphanies, and you will tap into the ultimate wisdom and the ultimate vibrations that are right there waiting for you, that everything else covers over with cobwebs and dust and all of this stuff. So again, I know these videos, as I said, I'm not the best orator. As I make these videos, I'm working through that. I'm trying to get better, but I'm just trying to explore these things which I think about and have thought about for a long time, and it is my hope that, you know, these messages can cross the perceptive fields of those who may be in need of them, because we all struggle. I struggle a lot, and we must embrace that struggle, voluntarily embrace and pick up our cross and bear it with gratitude and with courage, because it is the very act of voluntarily embracing our perceived struggles and sufferings that we remove the claws from them, we remove the teeth from them. That very act of voluntary confrontation elevates our vibration and allows us to extract the true wisdom and knowledge from the suffering. So as I said in this video, and I guess the main point that you can take away from it is embrace the aloneness, impose it upon yourself voluntarily. Don't entertain the negative connotations that have been associated with it and that society has endeavored to impose upon you, because it is to be embraced. There is tremendous wisdom in it. Tremendous epiphany lies just at the surface of it. You don't have to dig too far, but quiet everything around you, embrace that aloneness, and know that there is tremendous gain and tremendous virtue to be extracted from it. And don't be afraid to be alone. Don't be afraid to walk your journey alone. And leave your comments, your thoughts on this matter. I have questions about it. To what extent are we to engage that aloneness? To what extent are we to orientate ourselves properly within that spectrum so we are not teetering too heavily on one side or the other? So let me know your thoughts on these things. Leave your comments, as I said, your suggestions for what you want me to talk about. If you could subscribe to my other channel, which is Ray Rivera, my name. I do music, I do art. Remember, as I say in my videos, it never was about you. So as I said, the suffering that you are confronted with, confront with courage, humility, gratitude, and know that all it is the universe testing you to see how bad you want things, and to prove you, to temper you as a blade is tempered through constant pounding, so that it becomes unable to be subdued. And this suffering is going to allow you to become the person that you are meant to become, that you are destined to be, so that you can fulfill God's purpose for you, and that you can touch your own life and the lives of others in a positive way. So don't be afraid to be alone. Embrace it. Embrace the wisdom and the epiphany that comes with it. Stay tuned for more. Thank you. And there's a reason why in the archetypal hero's journey, or the journey of self-actualization, the person must go through that forest by themselves, must go through the wilderness by themselves. These things don't become archetypes for no reason. They don't become cliches for no reason. There's tremendous truth, universal truth, contained within these things. And our ancestors were very, very, very insightful and perceptive of all of these things. And so think about that in your own hero's journey, in your own journey to self-actualization. Know that you will have to go through the wilderness alone. And when you come out, you will not be the same person. You will have ascended in consciousness. You will have extracted high vibration from those tests, from that suffering, from that exile that can be self-imposed or that can be imposed by others. Think about Hercules' 12 labors. Think about all of these archetypal stories that have been passed down throughout the generations, and know that in your own journey, you will have to go through that wilderness alone. And it's not to be feared, it's to be embraced. So keep that in mind as well.